I was just a guy who got a lot of abuse because I was just on the front lines, unfortunately. And a lot of us did. And for whatever reason, they like to put me on the busiest shifts so I could deal more with this. You know, it's just like, yay, just what I wanted. Dealing with more of this abuse. And you weren't allowed breaks. That's one thing I want to mention. Apparently, according to their rules, they were not allowed breaks because every now and again, the hotel will have quiet moments. So it's like, in those quiet moments, maybe you can take the time to eat or something. You'd have to, like, get your own dinner somehow. But again, they are not official breaks, so you have to work for 8 hours, right? And hope that there's a quiet moment where you can go and eat something. Otherwise, you work for 8 hours with no breaks. And there are a lot of Saturdays where it's constantly 8 hours because, you know, people like to go out. Sometimes we'd have events, they come over and it would literally just be serve, 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 serve. Constant 8 hours, non-stop. It feels like you never get a chance to rest your legs, just to sit down for a bit. You just want to drink, you want to eat. And sometimes I wouldn't eat until the end of my shift, and I wouldn't get home until 11:30, so I'd be eating at 11:30 at night, which is just like, what the hell, man? But I couldn't do anything about it. We would not allow breaks. However, because my colleagues are awesome, we all kind of banded together and decided that we would try to help each other out. If someone wants to go and get something to eat, we'll let them go and we'll try and cope while they go off to get them something to eat, and then we'd swap. So we'd kind of help each other out. And bless this dude, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was kind of on my side, like big, and you know, he would go and eat. He would just basically just leave when he wanted to eat, and some of the colleagues would be like, dude, you can't just leave. And he's like, why? I need a break. Not my fault this place doesn't give you breaks for 8 hours, even though it's against the law. He's not wrong. So he would leave, and then he would come back, and then he would just sit there in the back office and eat while the other person's cooking. I'm on reception or whatever, and you know, so I can't be on the bar, and the other colleague's coming out like, dude, like, you need to serve someone on the bar. And it's like, I'm on my break, I'm eating. And it's like, we don't get breaks here. And it's like, we do now. Like you can't fault him. You're supposed to have breaks, right? You gotta have breaks if you're working at least, I think it's like at least, is it more than 6 hours, I think? And like most full-time jobs are 8 hours a day. But according to them, we weren't allowed it. And essentially, you know, he was just rebellious. He just refused to do it. Bless him. The things he used to do, I'm surprised he's still there, but partly I feel like he's still there because he was actually very friendly with the customers. Very nice with the customers. And I remember he used to get a lot of good marks from people. So I think that's one reason why they kept him. Two, because he's right. Like, he's in his rights. You know, basically he was just having a break that he is entitled to. He wasn't in the wrong. But the other colleagues just kind of like sucked it up, and so they were all like, why didn't he just do it? And I didn't want to be like, I was on his side, but I didn't want to get into an argument with people, so I was just kind of like, yeah, I tried to be in the middle guy, you know, that middle guy where you don't take both sides. But everyone was really nice to me. I met like a few Spanish peeps, which they have phenomenal English. They were really nice to me, really funny, really funny dudes. Even was one of these dudes even invited me to come out for a drink, and I was like, he's like, I know you don't drink much, but it was my birthday, it'd be cool if you maybe come by for a bit. So I came by for a bit. I felt so awkward because I don't really take much in my appearance, and let's just say the Spanish do. They like to dress up and be all smart and all this jazz, and I felt so out of place. Plus, they were all talking Spanish, apart from my mate who was kind of talking to me a little bit in English. And I was like, I have no idea what you say. And they were like, we're going to teach us Spanish. And I'm like, I'm bad at language. But yeah, one thing I will say I'll take from that job is that my colleagues were very nice. I learned a lot. And I'll tell you something funny. Right? Never ironed in my life. I'm not even going to lie. I had to iron curtains. That's one of my jobs. Yep, I had to iron curtains. One of the things was because on the off time that it is quiet, they were like, oh, got any curtains to iron. It wasn't really our job, but it was like, I'll give you something to do. So they're like, so can you do it, please? Whatever, I guess I have to do it. I've never ironed in my life. So I was, my colleague was trying to teach me, right? And I was being called to reception. I left it on. I left the iron on the curtain while I was on reception. I guess my colleague, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he went off somewhere. And I came back, realised, pulled it up, hole in the curtain. I told my mum, my dad, my sister. They were laughing their heads off. It was pretty funny when I thought about it. I was just like, oh no, I forgot. I really did. I told my manager, and luckily he kind of laughed it off as well. And he said, never mind. It's like, it was just the one, right? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, don't worry about it, Jay. It happens. So I mean, that was a funny moment. But yeah, no, my colleagues, hands down, most of them. I had one incident with one immature guy. He got fired. Justice has been served, as it were. I won't get into that either. Had plenty of arguments with customers for something I didn't even do. And even like one dude who was like really rude to me, and then like the next day he was like talking to me like he knew me, and I basically told him to stay away from me unless he wants a fight. And he went completely quiet. He just sort of looked at me and he put his head down and walked off. And I'm like, yeah, don't you start. He was so rude to me, and I was so done with taking abuse that I was like, if anyone wants to try it, meet me outside, right? Because it's going to be a fight. Like, I did not care. I was so angry working at that place, like 90% of the time, that the only reason why I felt like I kept going was because of my colleagues, man. Like, if it weren't for my colleagues, like if I was working with a lot of like horrible peeps, I would have been gone sooner. But thanks to them, they kind of kept me going, really. There were some nice dudes, man. There were some nice dudes. And girls. All the girls were really nice to me, which is nice because I struggle even more to talk to girls. I've just been out there, I've never had a girlfriend. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not in a rush to get a girlfriend right now. I just kind of want to sort my life out first and sort myself out. I don't feel like I'm ready for a girlfriend personally. But all the girls I worked with were all very friendly to me, all very nice to me. Really like touching my hair for some reason. I don't know. To be fair, my auntie's like that. She's like, oh, your hair's so soft. I don't know. Some girls just seem to. I guess they just like certain male hair. I don't know. But yeah, no, they were really nice to me. They were really kind, bless them. Even though I didn't really say much half the time. A lot of people quit at that job. I'll say that. That was interesting. On top of like my autism and that didn't help. So I left that job, and after 2 years, because I couldn't deal with it, I had to cut it down to part time. I couldn't deal with it. There were illegal shifts that I had to do as well, so that was good. Say more of that. I had an argument with the manager because I was right. I shut him down, and I left. Then I was unemployed for a while. I worked in a supermarket for a bit. And then I worked at Smith's. I won't get too much into that. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the hotel I worked at was Travelodge. So go check that out if you don't know what Travelodge is. Maybe check out Watchdog Travelodge to see what they have to say about them. But or TripAdvisor. There are a lot of funny shit on TripAdvisor about that place, I'll tell you. The things that go on at that place. My God. And for national minimum wage, what you do is... No, it's bad. It's really bad. Don't work there ever. What was I going to say? So, yeah, Smith's. Basically, like, most people know it's like a bookstore. I was like, look, I've been looking for work. I can't find any. How bad could this be? I've been to Smith's. I always thought Smith's was a good place in terms of books and stuff. But of course, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know what it's like to work at a place. You know, it's different being a customer and things seem fine, but you don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, right? So, and no one likes to work for people. I hate working for people. That doesn't help. But people telling me what to do just makes me even angrier. And again, I think it's my autism also kind of digging in. And me trying to control my emotions so my autism doesn't spout out. That's another thing. I feel like I just kind of learned how to do that over the years. So I applied for Smith, easiest interview ever. And then I told Jamie and I said they're still looking for people because he was unemployed as well. Guess what? I came out of the interview, was standing right there. He was like, I was like, dude, what you doing here? And I was like, I got an interview. And I'm like, really? Like, just like that? I was like, I only literally told you like a couple of days ago or whenever I told him. And he was like, it's like, yeah, he was the next person after me, ironically enough, and we both worked in the store. Fortunately, while we didn't really work together, he didn't even work straight away, actually. That's the funny thing. Like, they mucked it up somehow, and he didn't start until 2 weeks later. Yeah, I was starting right at the beginning. The place was bad, man. Like, the building was clearly unfinished, but they still opened it anyway. It was bad. So I was stuck doing the 5:30 shift in the morning, so I had to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. That was horrible. I'm terrible at getting up in the morning. And I would admit, when I don't get my sleep, I am grouchy. Very grouchy. I do not want to talk to anyone. I do not want to see anyone. Like, that is the worst time to speak to me. If I do not get my sleep, be wary about what you say to me, because I just, yeah, like, it's not good, but that's just how I am. Like, I need my sleep, and it was hard getting my sleep when you had to get up that early in the morning. And that was my shift though. That's what I had to do. So I had to get up in the morning, and something I wasn't comfortable with, that they gave you keys, and I had to open up the store, and I didn't really like that because I lose things a lot of the time. My memory isn't the best, and surprisingly enough, I never lost my keys, but I forgot to bring them to work sometimes. But I never lost them, and I was like, wow, like, I actually surprised, you know. But sometimes I did forget them, and the thing is, because I was the one opening the store, if I forgot my keys, I can't open the store, so I had to go home. Luckily, the store wasn't too far away. I'll say that. It was stressful, but I still think it was better than working in the hotel. I was only working there part-time. I'm not going to name names, but one colleague, she says how she says how it is. A lot of people says like she can be a little rude at times. She is like sometimes just she says how it is to customers. She does not care, and a customer's just get into arguments with her. And honestly, I just laugh half the time. But I had to get up in the morning, open the store. I had to get the papers out. Then, like, I may have to deal with magazines, or on Mondays I had to deal with deliveries, so I had to unload the delivery, then come back, and then most of the time I'm in front of the desk dealing with the customers, and no one likes dealing with the customers. Again, a lot of the time, a lot of rude people. I was on the station, so a lot of work people, like office people, would come in, like men with their suits and stuff, and the women wearing like business suits and stuff would come in. And a lot of them were really rude and I guess really stressed, and again taking out on you, which is again more fun. I've had them like slam their money and throw their money at me. I've had someone getting upset because I asked them if I could scan their paper nicely, because they refused to do it for whatever reason, and this woman just like, you know, like effing sweared. And I think, because again, I've been working in Travelodge, I was taking no shit. I think she says like it's like an effing paper, or I might as well swear at this, but I didn't swear. It's just a fucking paper, and I think I just said, yeah, and I need to fucking scan it. It's my job. And she just looked at me and just like that, and she took the paper and went off. And I had an argument with this one guy. I was really tired and really ill, and the guy literally like come up to me and was like, excuse me, can I be served please? And I was like, I noticed like, yeah, I'll be there. And I kind of went like that because I was really tired and knackered, you know, getting up that early every day. I was trying to go to bed early, but I struggled to get to sleep as it is. So I never really got good sleep at all. I was always out of energy, always tired, always. But you know, you just get on with it. So, but because I was like, the guy was like, oh, sorry, am I boring you? You don't want to serve me? I'm going to go somewhere else. And I just looked at him and I was like, whoa, where did this come from? And I tried to rectify the situation, but he just went full on rude. And I'm like, you're misunderstanding. I said, I'm just really tired. I said, I apologize. It seems like I was having a poke at you. I said, I wasn't having a poke at you. And I was like, I can have a poke at you if I want. I had an argument with him anyway. I told Jamie about this. So yeah, so I had a few arguments here and there, but it wasn't like as bad as Travelodge. A lot of the stuff was just how I was treated and what I was expected to do at the place that I didn't like, and just getting up so early because I'm just not very good with it, and then like dealing with delivery issues, and for a good while I had to run the store by myself on my own, even though it is stated that you're meant to have 2 people in the store at all times. So there are another people that are technically going against what their own contract says, against the law. But I like to remind them that their contract said that I was going to get paid a lot more than they actually said. And that was the contract they gave me, that was the contract I signed. So whenever they said like, oh, you should do this says this in your contract, I'm like, yeah, well, do you know what else is in my contract? That you should be paying this much. And they're like, oh, well, that's, you know, that's clearly a mistake. And I'm like, well, too bad. That's what it says. I didn't get paid for it. I signed that contract. That's your fault, not mine. You know, like if they want to bring crap like that up and stuff, and I had to do like this like restock for a different store, which was really stupid. I had to get taken up on a day off of mine, right, to work in a different store to do something. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like doing that. I was like, why though? There should be people up there, but apparently they didn't have anyone up there, so it's like, did they get other people to do it? I did it once, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it again. There's other colleagues that can do it, so I think Jamie had to do it as well. Who had to do it. Again, not as bad, but it's still just customer service, boring stuff. And I used to hate it because customers, literally as soon as I open, there will be some customers right up my backside. As soon as I'm opening the store, I've literally got my backpack in. I have not even got in yet. And they're like, are you opening now? Can I get paper? And I'm like, and I like Sam said, can I please open the store, settle down, I'll get it set up, and then you can have your paper. And they're like, oh, well, my train's coming soon. And I'm like, how is that my problem? The store is just now open. The problem is, right, is that my shift started at 5:30, right? And they said, come in at least 10 minutes early. I tried to do that, right? People still don't get the memo. I was like, it's 5:30, right? And, you know, I tried to get in early to open the store, but people were still like, look, my train's coming. And I'm like, well, it's not open. I remember this guy was like literally begging me. He was like, please, 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 please. And I'm like, dude, right? I need to get this ready. I need to get that ready. It's not my problem. Go somewhere else. Stop. You know, stop pestering me. I'm not getting peer pressured anymore. Bugger off. Just hate it when people are right in your face. I'm like, dude, I've just got in. Like, I've just got in. Can you not? Like, no. No. Like, stupid. And Jamie will vouch for me, I dealt with a lot of moronic people. Now, I know Video Game Stupid said that I mentioned something about my autism, and I'm not sure, like, dealing with work, and I'm not sure specifically what it was. I don't know if I've already mentioned it or not. I'm not sure. I can't even remember what it was. So I apologize if I didn't mention it in the video. I'm about to wrap it up anyway. So yeah, I did a lot of that. And like, I do like the magazines and stuff. There was one woman where I was trying to go through the magazine. She was like, do you have this magazine? And I said, I'm not sure at the moment. You know, I'm in the process of doing it. And she was just like, and it just walked off. Like, so rude. Some people so rude, man. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, whatever. I do not care. There you go. The managers weren't rude or anything. They were just kind of incompetent and moaning a lot of the time. And it sounds like a lot of them didn't even want to be working there. And when I spoke to like other colleagues that had worked at Smith's before, they were basically like saying, yeah, this place is fun. In other words, sarcasm. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I was like, great. And I expected better from the place because I thought it was going to be a decent place. Because, you know, that they say there are some decent retail places, but this wasn't one of them, unfortunately. I was disappointed in the place. It got a bit too much. I've been looking for work and stuff. I had to take my leave against my bed. I didn't want to leave. My parents basically said, Jay, you're getting stressed and upset. My autism is kicking in. There was one thing I will say about my autism. Again, I kind of did like the whole this again. A customer did something, I can't remember what it was, but he was causing me to get upset and angry. Anyway, sorry for the interruption there. So Anyway, something happened, and I can't remember what it was, honestly, but this person upset me, and as like a mechanism, like I said, like sometimes when I get angry, I try to hold back my anger. I really do, try not to get angry at people, even if I take all the abuse. It's hard. And as a coping mechanism, like I said, I try to resist the autism, and I stress myself out, and I sometimes get like this, stiff and shaky, you know, like that. There's one point where like I was literally tensing up my whole body, and I hurt myself, and I think the person in front of me was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah. Again, they don't know I have autism. I'm not exactly going to say, "I'm sorry, I'm autistic." Now at that point I've come to terms with that I had autism, you know, but I just didn't really talk about it anyway, so this is like the most I've talked about it with well the other video. But yeah, like I clammed up like this, and that is me just like, calm down, Jay, don't get angry, calm down, Jay, don't get angry, calm down, Jay. You know, that's the autism kicking in right there. Well, the anger and the autism, because like I said, it just kind of heightens it. And I was trying to resist, but by resisting I'm hurting myself, because like I say, I can resist, like I tense up so much that I hurt my neck for 3 days. Like it was in so much pain. I actually scared of myself sometimes, so I try not to resist. I'm like, if it happens, it happens, but like I was like, no, I can't get angry, I can't get angry, I'll lose my job, I'll lose my job. Hard, it's hard, and just, I've had like so much of my past, right, all the way up to the work that I've done, a lot of it has all been stress and anger that I've tried to keep down. Fortunately, I've never had really an opportunity to let the anger out. One of the reasons why I like martial arts, because I felt like it was a way to let it out, and then unfortunately I stopped there, and I kind of wish I didn't really. Maybe one day I'll be able to try to get it back. Unfortunately, the person who did used to run the club doesn't run the club anymore, unfortunately. He wasn't getting enough people, so he couldn't, like, you know, there wasn't any point to, like, really keep up the class, because a lot of people just stopped going. So it's like, what's the point? You can't pay for, you know, you can't pay for people to do training when there's, like, literally 1 or 2 people. So he had to stop it, unfortunately. So I'd have to go to a different one. But yeah, I had to leave. I just can't deal with customers anymore, because at the end of the day, I said to Jamie, I said, I'm either going to get fired or I'm going to have to quit, because I've gone past the whole customers always right. Like so much, because I'm done with this shit in Travelodge, that I'm like, I'm not taking any of it. So, you know, I was like, you know what, it's whatever. I'm just going to do what I did. And I started just doing whatever. I didn't care about the job. I did the job the best I could by keeping it safe, of course, but at the same time I was just like, whatever. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. So here I am, still trying to look for work, but trying to find work that I can cope with my autism, and honestly, not dealing with people would be a big help. Not being stressed dealing with people, even though my dad is still trying to push me to socialize with people. I just don't think he understands, and I get it. Like, I want to be at least a bit more social, but it's like I said, I've dealt with a lot of crap, and that's just hard, and it really puts you off, really scares you. And like I said, with my autism, I've always been a shy kid ever since I was little, and my confidence has kind of built up. I've gotten a bit stronger because of like what I've had to deal with, but at the same time it's still there. I'm more scared of myself, I would say, now. But yeah, so that's it. Oh my god, I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I might have to break it up into 2 parts. I'm so sorry for rambling. Thank you for watching. Like I said, hopefully I mentioned whatever I was talking about before. VGS, I can't remember. I said my memory's not the best. I forget things. I say a lot of crap. Definitely stress and autism is like a recipe for disaster. Just like tense. I try not to do that anymore. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. Like, shout outs to all you guys who work in retail, because I don't know how you do it. Try doing that with mental illnesses like mine, or even more severe ones, you know, like even worse. Like I said, mine's not even that bad compared to others, but it's still like I can't cope. You know, like, it's horrible. It really is. It sucks. Like, I actually hate myself. I wish I weren't like this, but it's just how I am. So yeah, I'm in the process of just trying to look for like a background job. I was thinking maybe like warehouse or something. I've kind of given up on IT at this point. I haven't done it for so long. I said I did that apprenticeship and I could not find any work. They would not accept me, even though I did that course. It really just felt like I wasted my time. It's like, and then I'm like, oh, I'll do another apprenticeship, and I'm thinking, well, how many apprenticeships do I do before I get to where I want to do? That's why I think I've just kind of given up on that now. My mum even said about like maybe doing like a self-employed IT thing. I don't know. I've thought about it. Who knows? Um, Maybe I'll become big on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, right. But yeah. So that's it. I don't think there's really anything else to say. So that's where I am right now, guys. The struggle is real. Let me know your struggles with your work, if you like. Where you're working now. Maybe you like your job. If you like your job, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. Or let me know your like things that you want to do and where you ended up now. You know, like what kind of career paths, what kind of careers did you want to do? Do you want to become a doctor? I don't know. An electrician? Who knows? I don't know. You want to share your thoughts or anything? And also, if you've got any ideas of what other videos I can do in terms of like any topics for Let's Talks, I don't mind. As long as I've got something I can kind of talk about, try not to ramble too much on. Then let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I apologise for my rambling. I do that sometimes, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch this if you did. I guess just throw us a like. Yeah. I promise I do gaming videos. I know this GamebustersUK, I promise. This is just like a little idea. I just kind of put it out there. It's kind of like a side thing. You know, if you're only into games, then just ignore this video. But some of you guys seem to like it, so yeah. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and if you are looking for jobs like me, good luck, and hopefully you'll find something soon. See you guys next time.